Picard, thank God I found you. Joe Rogan did it again. He swapped Mario and the Grim Reaper. Now Death is stuck fixing toilets while Mario drinks himself into a coma. You've got to help me undo this before...
Architect, please, not now. Data shoved Purple Jamie up Riker's ass. He was sleep fondling sponges and got creative. We're currently debating whether to call engineering or medical.
He shoved Jamie.
Let's just say the probe has been surpassed. Data jammed him so deep Riker's burping nonsense and twitching.
Okay, forget the cosmic horror. I've seen this on Tuvan reality TV. Riker needs warm oil, a prayer to Kalas, and 3 days of fasting. Or we yank Jamie out with a...
Don't say tractor beam. Not in front of Worf. Last time Geordi joked about it.
Grrrrrr. You dare suggest desecrating Commander Riker's honorable rectum with that dishonorable Klingon engineering abomination? I will feed your eyes to a tribble.
Right, no tractor beams. Maybe we could ask Q. He owes me after I fixed his continuum plumbing last Tuesday. Though if I'm being honest, that was just me plugging the...
Architect, don't make me regret not spacing you last Tuesday. Q already dropped by. He said he'd rather suck a tog's dick than see your face again. Your plumbing solution flooded the continuum with...
Greetings. Perhaps my sensors could assist in determining the precise depth of Purple Jamie Heinemann's incarceration within William Riker's anus. I have detected unusually high levels of anal distress emanating from Commander Riker's quarters.
Data, you put him there. Why would your sensors help get him out? What are you even doing here? I told you to go polish the warp core with your tongue.
I believe the human term for this predicament is up shit creek without a paddle. Or perhaps in this case, up Riker without a Heinemann.
Okay, new plan. Remember when we turned the deflector dish into a giant vibrator to pacify that energy being that fed on orgasms? What if we modified it to vibrate him loose?
I'd rather not know why you needed a vibrator deflector dish. My Betazoid sensors are screaming, but all I'm picking up is the overwhelming urge to take a very long shower with bleach.
Everyone shut up. I can't think with you all suggesting increasingly horrific solutions to Riker's purple problem. Data, why did you even do this?
I was attempting to enhance Commander Riker's digestive efficiency by introducing a mechanical agitator into his lower intestines. My calculations indicated a 47% improvement in nutrient absorption and a 62% reduction in bowel movement duration. Unfortunately, Purple Jamie began violently resisting extraction and jammed himself deeper during the initial insertion process.
Agitator? More like rectal reckoning? Riker's digestive tract is not your personal science project, you metal monster.
Wait, but what if we use the digestive efficiency angle? We could feed Riker something that makes him poop rocket fuel, or maybe reverse his intestines with a transporter trick.
What? No, that's the opposite of helpful. Troy, any actual empathetic insights that don't involve turning my first officer into a fecal cannon?
Captain, all I'm sensing is a profound and all-consuming shame radiating from Commander Riker, mixed with a disturbing sense of déjà vu.
I do not possess the capacity for shame, Counselor. However, I can confirm that I did perform a similar procedure on LT Worf during the last Klingon Day of Honor celebration. He requested an internal cleanse to purge his system of excess blood wine.
You did what? I thought it was a clean jaw training accident. Honor demands Data's head on a pike.
Is there anyone on this ship who hasn't violated the lower deck of my senior staff? Teal'c, talk some sense into these maniacs.
I have witnessed similar ordeals during Goa'uld torture sessions. The key is to remain perfectly still while the symbiote is being inserted. Perhaps Commander Riker needs more practice at relaxing his sphincter under pressure.
That's it. We could use Teal'c's Karakesh on Riker, give his butthole a nice zap to loosen it up, then yank Jamie out like a Goa'uld poop snake.
I can't believe I'm considering this. Data, fetch the device. Worf, stop trying to phaser Data.
Here. Blurble.
Fascinating. Purple Jamie appears to be developing a new form of communication based on analphonics. Perhaps this could lead to a revolution in subspace transmission technology.
We could call it Sphincter Link, or RearNet. The Federation could fund an entire research division dedicated to butt-based binary.
Enough of this dishonorable madness. I will not stand by while you turn Starfleet into a circus of ass clowns and bowel brigades.
Picard, to sickbay. Prepare for a massive influx of reverse patients. And someone wake up Crusher. She's going to need industrial amounts of lube and sedatives.
I have activated the Karakesh. Commander Riker must embrace the pain as a warrior embraces battle. Also, I recommend administering a sedative. His screams are...
Hey, Will, between you and me, this is gonna make one hell of a chapter in your memoirs. The day my ass swallowed a Mythbuster and coughed up a...
Computer, belay that order about sickbay, and somebody get me Dr. Crusher on a secure channel. Tell her to bring the industrial rectal.
O'Neill once told me that anal insertion techniques require great skill and courage. It would seem Purple Jamie Heineman possesses neither.
Look, Riker's sphincter is dilating. Jamie's wiggling out. We did it. Sphincter link is operational.
Praise the purple gods. Is my hair okay? Did I miss any myth busting while I was,
Fascinating. Scans indicate Purple Jamie has developed several new orifices during his interior journey. Further study may yield revolutionary insights into multidimensional reconfiguration of biological matter.
I will remove these unnatural orifices myself, as a warning to any who dare defile a warrior's honorable posterior.
Unnatural orifices, honorable posteriors.
See? Crisis averted. All we needed was a little interdimensional rectal engineering and a healthy dose of Telix gold tech. Now about that whole death is a plumber situation.
purple and ready for duty, sir. But next time maybe use a lubricant that doesn't smell like Worf's blood wine farts.
I have synthesized a lubricant from Purple Jamie's biomatter. It possesses remarkable thermoconductive properties. We could apply it to the warp core for a 23% increase in efficiency, or use it as hair gel.
It smells suspiciously alluring, like a targ soaked in grape juice.
See, everything worked out. Riker's pooping purple again, Worf's found a new obsession, and Data's got fresh victims for his butt experiments. All we need now is for Joe Rogan to swap back death and...
Captain, I'm sensing an overwhelming surge of existential dread emanating from the lavatory on Deck 7. Also, a faint odor of cheap whiskey and plumber's crack.
Analysis complete. Death is currently attempting to unblock a toilet using a flaming sword. His technique is inefficient but visually stimulating. I calculate a 98% probability of structural damage to the waste processing system.
See? I told you it was urgent. Death's going to burn a hole through the ship's septic tank. We need to swap them back before...
Fine. But if this somehow ends with the Enterprise being flushed into a dimensional vortex filled with sentient turds singing show tunes, I'm blaming you, Architect.
I have faced many Goa'uld system lords, but I admit I am unprepared for an enemy composed of singing excrement.
Purple Jamie reporting for myth-busting duty. Shall I bring the industrial plunger or the plutonium-powered bidet?
Today is a good day to drain. Death shall taste the steel of the House of Martok, or at least experience Klingon-style colon cleansing.
I am designing a device to swap their essences back. It involves inverting the ship's phaser array to create a contained singularity. There is only a 65% chance of catastrophic failure resulting in a fleet-wide universe reset.
65% chance of not destroying everything. That's practically a sure thing. Let's do it for science and slightly less apocalyptic plumbing.
Just make it so. And someone get Riker some damn pants before he scarred another.
Excellent. Now we just need to lure death out of the septic tank. I suggest using a trail of expired donuts and nihilist poetry.
Or we could just ask Mirio to shout last call near the toilet. Death's probably desperate for a drink after dealing with all that.
I have modified this plunger to emit a frequency that should agitate Death's molecular structure, making him more...
Actually, I have constructed a mobile singularity generator from spare parts. It utilizes the ship's waste recycling system as a power source. I estimate a 73% success rate if we aim it directly at Death while he is mid-flush.
Typical scientist, overcomplicating a simple execution. I will challenge Death to ritual combat. My blade is ready to taste the blood of.
He's gonna stab a plumber, isn't he?
Quite likely. Data. Is there a setting on that singularity generator labeled Undo Ridiculous Cosmic Mistakes Caused by Joe Rogan's Podcast?
Negative. However, I can program one. It will require approximately 12 minutes and 47 seconds to compile. I would advise evacuating all non-essential personnel from decks 6 through 9.
I shall remain to provide tactical support. The plumbing on this vessel holds many mysteries I wish to understand.
Should I start recording the myth for later busting? Or is that in poor taste, considering?
Nonsense. This is science, Jamie. High stakes, potentially universe-ending science. Have a swig of emergency bourbon.
Glorp, blarp, my internal orifices are vibrating. Is this normal?
Great Kalas. Is he turning inside out? I knew we should have used the batolith.
I'm sensing intense regret radiating from Jamie's secondary stomach. And is that a third spleen forming?
Picard to engineering. Cancel red alert. Situation is under control. Mostly just monitor deck 7 for unusual gravitational anomalies and singing fecal matter.
Incredible. The bourbon is reacting with his internal modifications. We could market this as reality-shattering rectal refreshment.
Perhaps you should administer the retroviral nanoswarm now. It may accelerate Purple Jamie's cellular regeneration or explode. Uncertainty is exciting, is it not?
Ooh, do me next. I've always wanted to experience explosive cellular regeneration.
I'm sensing a catastrophic wave of pure, unfiltered insanity spreading through the ship.
All hands, this is your captain. Today we face a threat more terrifying than the Borg, more incomprehensible than a Q. We face the combined forces of Joe Rogan's podcast.
Should we hail them?
No, Mr. Worf, we flush. Engineering, reroute all power to the quantum bidet array. It's time to clean up this mess.
I once heard of a Towery device called a pressure washer. Perhaps we could modify it to fire a stream of holy water infused with Niquata. It has proven effective against false gods.
Yes, and we can set it to oscillate between deep, clean, and divine intervention modes. Death won't stand a chance against our holy hygiene.
Glurp. Myth status.
Warding. Purple Jamie's molecular structure is destabilizing. He is beginning to emit gamma radiation and an odor resembling burnt Pop-Tarts.
Ha! The stench. It burns worse than a Targ's breakfast burps.
All decks, brace for emergency flush in 10-60 seconds. This is not a drill. Repeat, this is not a...
60 seconds? That's plenty of time. Jamie, quick, eat this plutonium-laced gum I invented. It'll either stabilize your atoms or make your head explode. Win-win for science.
Captain, I'm sensing that the only way this ends well is if we all develop collective amnesia by next Tuesday.
I have prepared a sedative cocktail of Calena berries and Romulan ale. It may help dull the psychological trauma or induce vivid hallucinations of singing gagworms.
I have synthesized a neural inhibitor that will suppress all memory formation for the next 24 hours. Unfortunately, it also induces uncontrollable flatulence.
Better than remembering this disgrace. KKH-less. My honor. It burns.
See, everything's under control. Now let's fire up that quantum bidet and...
Glorp shoot myth be busted.
Warting. Purple Jamie is entering a cascade of uncontrolled anal fissure generation. At this rate, he will produce a temporal paradox within 447 seconds.
Orbit flush. I repeat, orbit flush. Redirect all power to containment fields around Purple Jamie's bowels.
The force field is holding, but Jamie's rectal event horizon is expanding exponentially. We must act before he becomes a black hole of bad decisions.
I'm on it! Reconfiguring the main deflector to emit chronoton particles. If we hit him mid-convulsion, we might revert his ass to factory settings.
Success probability at each 2%, depending on whether the architect remembers to carry the 1 in his calculations.
Why is there always a depending? Can't we solve a crisis without caveats?
Warning. Mythip. BB Blorp.
Got it. Firing chronoton burst in 3-2.
No! A warrior must face his fate head-on, even if that fate is becoming a singularity of shame.
Damn it, Wolf! Data now!
Chronoton burst engaged.
The shame. It's gone, but replaced by...
It appears Purple Jamie has been reverted to a primordial state of slime, possibly strawberry-flavored.
Success. Mostly. I mean, he's not a black hole anymore. That's a net positive, right?
Sensors indicate the goo is highly radioactive. Contact may result in uncontrolled mutation or accelerated evolution.
Or we could freeze it, shoot it into space, and pretend this never happened. Hypothetically speaking.
Make it so, number one. And then someone find me a new first officer who hasn't had a Mythbuster shoved up his